Cheers will not come back. I mean, Jimmy Burrows has always said, he said, no, that bar doesn't exist anymore. So, okay, it's not there. Um, Ted and I might actually visit something together. We've been talking about a couple of ideas, maybe on Frasier. We don't know, but there's certainly still some fields to be mined there, in terms of that relationship. And as long as it's still a relevant relationship, it would still be relevant for the show. Ted and Frasier got along pretty well and, discovered some things together about life, and they could still do that.
I love that. So maybe his Cheers character will end up.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, no, I think because, Frasier's back in Boston. So.
I do have to say when you two reunited recently, I loved it. And
Oh,
people were, interested about the argument from 30 years ago you had, but I mean, do you,
oh,
is
there,
that
it got a little blown out of proportion. There really wasn't an argument. It was at a time in my life when I was actually going through a lot of sort of self-doubt, self-loathing. Honestly, it was when I was drinking a lot, and Ted had just come up and said, I'm kind of mad at you that sometimes you don't show up, ready to go, and I said, okay, I respect that. And it actually that was sort of it. But he said, now maybe what happened for Ted was he stepped away from what might have been a better friendship. Just thought, maybe he just had to protect himself. I don't really know. But, I said, thanks. We were fine with that. I've always thought of him with the most loving kind of remembrance and fondness. But same with Woody. I mean, Woods and I have actually stayed in touch a bit more than Ted and I have. And so that's still an active sort of friendship that, who knows? And we were emailing just last week, so we're still around. I don't see the other boys very much. I bumped into George Wendt a few months ago at some signing thing, and I thought, oh, I'm never doing this again.
well, just lastly, looking back at when you first started in the industry, what advice would you give your younger self now, if you had to?
Oh, just stay true to your heart. Just always follow your heart. Follow it, and trust your instincts. I mean, that's I've made a couple of bad decisions based upon, just thinking, oh, somebody told me this was a good idea. And I sit there going, what the hell was I thinking? And then I realized I wasn't thinking, somebody else was. And they got what they wanted and I didn't.